Welcome back to Trillium Tarot, everybody. This is Stephanie, and for this video, I am pleased to be flipping through one of the Linescapes decks. This one happens to be Linescape's Tarot Evolution. Now, this deck is out of Thailand. Destiny is the company or the brand or whatever you want to call it. I was sad that I missed out on the very first Linescapes tarot deck, and it disappeared for a while, and it came back, and I grabbed it. I grabbed this one. So it turns out that they're reworking some of the cards and releasing them in different series. So the first edition is no longer available. This Linescape Evolution is the one that I purchased. Now there is a gold version, and I think I saw a fourth version. So just be aware of that if you are looking at the Linescape Tarot deck, because there are different versions of it out there. And right before I jump into the deck, please do give the video a thumbs up or leave a comment after the video or interact with the channel in some way. That way it'll help the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. It does have foiled edges on the sides of this deck, and you can see the kind of rainbow effect there. Now, this is kind of an interesting deck because it has, where's my pointer thingy? It's kind of hard to see on this card, but up at the top here in the silver foil, you can see the number and the name of the card. And you can also see the silver image, the foil image down on the bottom right. And all of these little images that are highlighted are drawn just with one line throughout the entire image. So the paper or the pen or the pencil or whatever it was did not come up off the paper as they were drawing these cards. I did struggle, by the way, to find the best light to show you these cards. Some of them you'll see the image, but not the name of the card. Others, like in this card with the darker background, you can clearly see the High Priestess at the top, and then the images at the bottom with the columns and the owl. So I'll just go ahead and flip through, and hopefully the image and the concept will come through. Here we have the Hierophant, followed by the Lovers. And that is two faces looking like they're going in for a kiss. Chariot, Strength, and then Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Hanged Man, Death, followed by Temperance. This one, I really like the background on this card. It's the greenery and the water and the waterfall really gets me. A Devil. I'm not sure why a wolf was on the Devil card, but I'm sure there's some symbolism somewhere. Also, from between edition to edition, they have reworked. I realized my camera was cutting off some of the cards. They have reworked some of the images on the decks. So, for example, the Fool card that I started out with was different than the Fool card in the very first edition. And this particular edition is kind of interesting because it not only has card 0 as the Fool, but it also has a card 22 as the Fool. So depending on where you like to keep your Fool card in your deck, or if you want to have 2 Fool cards in there, feel free to do that. This edition also has a Happy Squirrel, card number 23, and then there's also an Earth, Sun, and Sky card. Then we will jump into the Suit of Swords. So there's the Ace, followed by the 2, 3, 4, the 5. For some reason, the images or the foil is easier to see on these cards rather than when compared to the major arcana. Dang, first day with the new lips apparently, and I can't get my words out. Oops. Okay. I'll take that as a sign that I need to move that pile since they're trying to get away. Here we have the Knight of Swords, followed by the Queen, and finally the King. Birds in the air, since swords are the suit of air. And then we go to the suit of wands, which is the fire suit. 3, 4. The 5 of swords. This is kind of funny because it's just, instead of the more traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, it's just these two guys duking it out in the desert. The 7 of wands. 8, 9, 10, and that person is carrying a huge burden. Page, and then knight, and queen, and finally the king. So then we go to the suit of cups. Ace and 2, followed by the 3, the 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this is one card that was reworked from the first edition. On the first edition, it was 7 types of paintbrushes or painting tools. And in this deck, it's light bulbs containing the different ideas or different choices for you to make. Go to the 8 of cups, then the 9, and the 10, page, knight, queen, and finally the king. Finally, we have the suit of pentacles. Obviously, this deck is not a beginner-friendly deck. If you are just starting to study tarot, this is probably not the best choice for you. Actually, I shouldn't even say probably. This isn't the best choice for you. But if you have spent more time with tarot and want to challenge yourself with the meanings of the cards themselves, rather than being tied to specifically to the imagery, this might be a really good deck just kind of to expand your horizons and give yourself that test or that additional challenge, because you may pick up something additional just from your intuition alone. These are numbered versions, by the way. I happen to have number 405 out of 1,000 of these Linescape evolution decks. And as I said, keep in mind that they're coming out with new decks on what seems to be a fairly regular basis now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I thoroughly enjoyed flipping through this deck with you and for you. Please do interact with the channel. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to the next video.